So what happens in the second one?
Oh, okay. Second one, it's called New Moon.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Basically,
Let's
after that
recap it.
whole entire ordeal with the evil vampires, Edward is like, I'm sorry, Gavin is like, Bella, we can't be together anymore. It's too dangerous. And she's like, no. And he's like, yeah, it's too dangerous. We can't be together anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go somewhere far, far away.
So that's the start of the second movie.
Yeah. Right. Basically, Edward was turned into a vampire by his now father because his father is like a doctor, and then his doctor father like saved Edward from dying by turning him into a vampire.
Okay.
Makes sense? Because he was on the verge of dying, so his now stepdad was like, "Do you want to live? There's only one way, and it's for me to turn you into a vampire." And he was like, "If there's no other choice, then yes." So yeah, so Edward is like, girl, we can't be together no more, you know, like it's too dangerous for you and I care about you too much. And then she's like, no, please, Gavin, I love you too much. And he's like, no, I'm leaving you forever. Don't follow me. So then there's an iconic scene where she sits, no joke, for like a whole calendar year probably, where she just sits down and then the cameraman is spinning in a circle around her while the months of the year are like displayed on the bottom of the screen, and she's just sitting there and she's sad because her man don't want to be with her because it's dangerous. So then her friend is like, girl, we gotta stop thinking about him, like we gotta go do something fun because we're besties, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so then she's like, okay, if Edward won't come home to me, I'll make him. And, okay, flashback to the first film again, something important that I forgot to tell you. The vampires all have special abilities. What's Edward's power?
Edward's fan.
He can read minds? He can? Okay, well, apparently he can read minds.
You didn't know that?
Oh, shit.
Wait,
That's
how could you... You know all this stuff about Twilight.
Well, he never really uses it.
Yeah, but like...
Well,
so
okay,
does that
I
mean...
think...
Did they ever tell them?
Oh, yeah. But Oh, is that why he knows why she's in danger? Oh, he can read minds but not hers. Is that why he's interested in her? Oh my god.
Oh,
Romance.
I see.
Okay, so, but that doesn't matter. Like, fuck Edward's power. The one that matters is Alice, the girl that I told you about before, the girl boss, the best character. She has a power, and her power is that she can see the future. So, every time Bella starts doing some crazy shit, like she like drives a motorcycle and is like, she's like, oh yeah, if I drive a motorcycle really fast, then I can get into a motorcycle crash, but Edward will save me before I crash, kind of shit. Like, that's the kind of mentality that this girl has to try to get her ex-boyfriend to come home. Okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So this is the kind of... Or she, like, goes cliff diving, and she's like, oh my god, Edward would not let me do this, so he's gonna run and try to save me. But he doesn't come back, you know? Like, she like, keeps seeing, like, visions of him, but, like, he doesn't come back. And then, like, some shit happens, blah, blah, blah. Jacob, her childhood friend or whatever, really likes her, but I think that Jacob really doesn't do anything besides try to get Bella to like him, even though she clearly doesn't like him. Okay. So then, he this is, like, around the time when he exposes that he's a werewolf. And while Edward is gone, he basically, like, brings her... And, like, she meets his tribe, I guess. Like, she meets his werewolf brothers. And she's
see.
Whoa.
You know what? I'm
interested
to know more.
And, like, there's, like, a vampire government or something. And they're like...
A government?
Oh, yeah. And they're just, like, doing a bunch of shit. He's like... I have no reason left to live, even though I literally left her and told her I would never come back for her safety. But if she's dead, then I guess I'm dead too, is basically what happens. So then he goes and he's about. Okay, sorry. Another point from the first film that I forgot to mention is that vampires, when they stand in the sun, they sparkle. But you probably know that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. Iconic.
That's very
Iconic
common,
Twilight lore.
Common,
Yes.
common knowledge, yeah. Of course I know that.
So he's like, well, if the girl that I broke up with for her own safety is dead, then me too. Bye. It's basically what happened. So he's like getting ready to like go and like take off his shirt in front of all these people to expose his sparkles. But
Oh
then
my
Alice,
God.
the sister, like finds Bella and she's like, "Oh my God, you're
She's alive. Yeah,
And Bella's like, yeah, I'm alive. Why? And then she's like, Edward might not be alive soon if like we don't hurry. And they're like, and she's like, what do you mean? And then she saves him. And then some shit
how does she
happens.
find him?
Well, you know, car.
Why did Alice not stop his,
Because
Kevin from not killing himself?
I don't know. Like go on a car road trip.
Bella was that one key.
At the end of the film, he basically, like the government of vampires in a sense, are like, if you're gonna be with this girl, you better turn into a vampire. And then Edward's like, okay, I will. And Bella's like, oh my God, he said he will. But in his brain, Edward's like, nor.
Nor.
In his brain, like, Edward is like, nor. But he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to make the government of vampires angry. So he's like, yeah, one day I will turn into a vampire. And Bella's like,